no!
I need to show you a video of me doing stand-up badly because you showed one last time. And 3,
I tried to, but I was just so talented.
I know, yeah, you tried to.
Just like intangible red flag territory. Like he's not saying anything specific,
Interesting.
But like just as he's talking, you're like, do not be in a room alone with this man.
Yeah, 100%.
So we can all love each other. No.
All right, great. Okay, great. This is great. What about him is an intangible red flag? Is it a way he appears, way he talks, hand gestures?
Do you know what the word intangible means?
All right, I'm gonna go have a piss. Ashley, you're in charge.
I'm in charge. Bitches.
I went down on a juicy boozy, and
got a fart, and this chair's gonna make it reverberate. Hey, wait!
John.
Hey!
Oh no! Everybody else,
Hey!
What's going on? I'm just waiting for music. I thought you were getting music. Oh, I thought you were just getting
how
music.
my penis gets born.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Here's a shed.
The ice cream cones came with a little metal packet that is just full of sugar. It's just full of sugar to be poured into the cones.
I got what has the Japanese not gotten a hold of, perfected, and then when everyone was like, "You did it," they went, "And now we'll begin." And you're like, "No! You fixed it. It was fixed. Do not break it." They're like, "No! We got to break this.
I still have some more questions.
Go ahead.
John Hastings is on America's Got Talent for 5 minutes, and now he's got houses in LA and London.
That's right.
Yeah.
You kept a house in London?
Yeah, I've kept a house in London.
Update: not sugar.
There's no fluid tasting enough to warrant sucking it out of him. No, but it was. Did he do it when he was then in the band when they were the 4 Bee Gees that brief time before then his heart exploded?
Wow.
I'm not saying anything that didn't happen. That is what happened to him.
I'm a predator.
And it was going awesome. And we even started having drinks at a bar, and we each had girlfriends with us, whatever. We're having a great time until I got comfortable enough to go, hey, we share a birthday,
As someone who's been eternally single.
Go ahead. Is it your fault? Yes. No. Sorry.
Stop tweeting after your dates, Ashley. Stop tweeting after your dates.
Oh, bad news, Paul. You're getting a Batman bet.
This is not bad news. I am so pleased.
Support them.
But you know what's more important than helping people's mental health?
Fuck you, John.
I'm just saying. Tom, you're a comedy fan.
Here's what happened. So I came up after she finished a couple times.
How did you
I'm not one's not enough.
What
you go for 2. That's how you start it out.
Smooth or crunchy.
And then Jesus, boom. And so so when I emerged, I went to kiss her, and she just grabbed my face and she sucked it all out of my beard.
So hurtful.
That's a literary reference. Oh no, I gotta.
Hey, he can't tie me out now. I'm the only one here. Books, pages. Right. Verb, noun, adjective. Nice. Someone get me that.
I'm very prone to bullying.
No, you're talking about Andy Gibb.
I am talking about Andy Gibb. Pardon me.
Get your Gibbs straight if you want to come at me, bro.
Sorry.
Those nice bearded men and their Aryan friends seem like they're doing very different shows.
Marylane's got pink eye. She touched her in hole.
I tried to. It crawled away too quickly.
It's difficult with tea. Sometimes you try and tune it and you get Assam.
I'm officially declaring it. Jordan is the Governor General of this stream.
God damn it, guys. I took Riddle today. I can only focus on one thing at a time.
What is happening right now? screens. I want to have two screens.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah. Paul and I were walking through the park, and we walked past the tennis courts. A ball had gone over the fence. Paul went down, grabbed it, threw it over, and the young woman who was playing said, "Thank you, sir."
Ouch.
Oh no, the Canadians are coming.
Chris, John, and Irish Ashley combine to make the ultimate team, better than any wet dream. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream. John's the CEO and Boomer. Ashley's the real leader. Chris brings the vibes and juices as our enjoyment increases. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream.
Well, how do you know?
Hey.
How's it going?
Not too bad. How are you?
Well, thank you. Having
Good.
went to have
Got a
a
nice shirt on?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I haven't worn it in a while because I was too fat, but it fits again now. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Down to 2 meals a day. Not because I'm dieting, just keep forgetting to eat.
Oh,
But
yeah. I've been
as
there.
a result, this shirt fits again. Fuck yeah.
That is good.
I went to have such a responsible day today. I woke up. I was like, I'm going to clean my dishes. I'm going to do laundry. I'm going to tidy up. Went to go do the laundry. Whole building's water shut down for the day. Fuck. Sweet. Yeah. So did some grocery shopping and then just played video games all day. Feeling very relaxed.
Nice.
I think it'll be back up after the show. We'll get something done. It'll be fun.
What games are you playing?
Portal 2. I'm still enjoying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I hadn't
Okay.
played it before and I'm about halfway through and I just hit that wall of like, have you played the Portal games?
I've watched people play them.
It's because it's puzzles. It's like in the start, you feel like a genius. And you're like, no problem. All right. And I hit the same wall that I hit in the first one where I'm like, no fucking idea what I'm supposed to do with this goddamn level. So I enjoy that. And then it's like playing some Civ, which I'm really enjoying again. And yeah, I'm going to start a big game. I'm going to start that ninja game. What's it called? Shadows Die Twice. Sekiro's Shadows Die Twice, where you're a samurai.
So who did I see? EMB was playing that.
That sounds
it
right.
Looked hard.
Yeah, it's supposed to be very difficult.
Yeah, I don't do very difficult. I want to feel like I can achieve something in a virtual world since I can't seem to do it in the real world.
Yeah. I feel like that's why what was that one that everyone was playing in lockdown that's just like you've got an island and everyone's friends. And they're all
Animal
animals.
Crossing.
Animal Crossing. I remember seeing people play this. I was like, I know exactly the depression you're in. Yep, I get this.
I never did get to Animal Crossing. I still need achievement. I still need like things I have to try and do.
Mm-hmm.
They just can't be stupid difficult.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
You know?
Have you played Horizon Zero Dawn?
I love Horizon Zero Dawn. I haven't played it very much.
Yeah.
Because it was my brother owned it and it was on the PS4 and I don't have the PS4. It was his. So I only got to play it for a little bit before I moved over to Scotland.
It's on PC now. They released it on PC. You can buy it on Steam. Yep.
Ooh, I might have to do that.
And I think it's on sale right now because they've got like a week-long Black Friday thing.
Because my brother's gotten his PS5, I might eventually wear him down into giving me his PS4.
Isn't it probably in Spain?
Yeah, but we can make it happen.
He's going to ship you his PS4?
No, do you know what? We're both going home for Christmas.
Yeah, get him to
I need
bring
to
it.
get on this. I
There you
need to
go.
get on this.
You're a woman with a
immediately.
plan.
There's a good chance it's already in Ireland. Because I did it with the PS3. I got the PS3 when he got the PS4.
That's so funny.
So I still have the PS3. I'm just like,
That's so
you
funny.
know.
That's a very comedian thing where like I didn't get my first smartphone until my brother just gave me his old one because he was sick of me
Mhm.
having an old Nokia. He literally just handed it to me and he's like,
no.
grow up.
Let's not swiftly go past the way that you just pronounced that word.
Yeah, Nokia. Because there's zero
Get out.
Kias.
Just nope. Nope. Chat, can you back me up on the? I'm not crazy, right? He's saying
Are you
it's
these
stupid.
Nokia fucks?
That's how it's pronounced.
Clearly not. Clearly not how it's pronounced.
I beg to differ. The chat is backing me up.
It is
like
it is a Scandinavian company, and they're very negative people, and their anti-Kia bias is well known.
no.
Yeah, it's a Nokia.
I am not having this. I'm not having this. It is a
Thank you,
Nokia.
Joe. Thank you, Joe. A Nokia. Yeah. You don't remember those?
I don't even know how to
those
talk to you right
ads?
now. This is
Nokia. You don't remember that?
no.
What? Very popular. Nokia.
I don't know if this is a real thing or you're trolling me.
It's definitely not just the Dan On song that I adapted to Nokia. It's 100% not that. That's for
No.
sure. Yeah. Kia. It's
No,
Yeah, that's how
this
you say
isn't
it.
okay. I'm YouTubing this right now.
all right, but don't look up a British one. Look up whatever country they're from. Because that's how you say it.
Which is-
British people have their own, British Isles folks have their own. I think they're Swedish. Am I right? Chat, back me up. Where's Nokia from?
Chat, do not back this insane person up. No.
Finnish. They're Finnish.
They're Finnish.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so while Ashley looks up the correct way to pronounce Nokia, I had one for years and I refused to get a smartphone because I knew that I can't be trusted and I'm easily distracted at all times. And so my brother eventually just gave me one, which made work a lot better. I got so much more work because everyone could email me and I could just answer right away and go do a goddamn show. But I have absolutely thrown away 70% of my life since I got one.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's just civilization as we know it now.
Yeah,
it's
like
a
I'm a worse
Nokia.
person. It's Nokia.
No, Nokia is mostly pronounced in India as Nokia.
Yeah.
But the right way to say Nokia is Nokia.
Share that page because I bet that's a BBC article.
That is a
Thank you, Yes
news18.com.
Is it newswhat.com?
It's just the first thing that came up.
Yeah, classic internet use. What's that? The thing that agrees with me is the right
No,
one? Great.
I'm sorry, but
Great.
it's a Nokia. I'm no. I don't know how to talk to you right now.
It's the way that, you talk to someone who's right and you've learned something from. That's all.
Mm-mm.
Just regular.
I feel like we should just change the subject because I can't. Unless you do it with all foreign words, then don't. Exactly.
Yeah, Firenze, chorizo. I do the whole thing.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Italy.
See, I can't get mad at the Italy one because it just makes me think of Juicy Boozy. Oh dear.
So I have
Okay,
I had a video running in the background of the Nokia CEO giving an interview, and I was like, he'll say it. He hasn't said his own company's name in ages. He's a good man. He's bad at promotion, and I'm very annoyed with him.
That's quite funny. You'd feel like it would be crucial in his speech writing to at least
it's like an
mention it
interview on
once.
CNBC. So they're talking about 5G.
Okay.
But it also says Nokia CEO underneath. So maybe he's like, I don't want to be needy.
Mhm.
Like we're a big ass company. I don't need to just be like, also Nokia, like and subscribe. Thanks so much, guys. Like smash that
I
like
mean, I
button for
guess.
Nokia.
Yeah, that's fair. But still, you think he'd have said it.
Yeah,
My hair's very fluffy today. I can't stop looking at it.
I
It's
think
just
your hair
very
looks nice.
fluffy.
It looks rich.
It's very,
It's got a nice
very
sheen.
clean.
Yeah.
I've just cleaned it and it's not calmed down since I washed it. So I'm just very aware of it.
I get
Because
that.
it's poofy.
I get that when I wash and condition my beard, and it goes from reasonable to chipmunk.
I like that.
It's very
That's-
frustrating for me. Sadaf adores it. She just hands me nuts.
Yeah, there's going to be fanfic about that.
We'll be hanging out, and then
little chipmunk Chris, feed him your nuts. I can see the saucy cartoons already.
Gives me this look that, like, I know because it's the look that I give when I'm doing mischief, and I'm like, something's coming, and she's like, almond. And I can't say no because I love her, so I pick it up with both hands. So just
Oh my god, that's that. I like, my brain is going so many directions with this. Like, I can see you with a Fringe show where you're just like this little chipmunk poster. Oh, I love
Well,
that a lot.
if I get too fat for the shirt again, that's the way I'm gonna have to go. That's
ADS Orthog, thank you so much. You're coming in strong. It
Hammy.
is pronounced Nokia.
Hammy, you traitor.
Hard consonants. Thank you.
Still listening to that video, right? By the way, we're 2 minutes in. Nothing. Has not said it.
Nothing.
Absolutely
That's
furious.
Insanity.
Absolutely furious.
Swift gear change. I started watching the most recent series of You today.
I don't even know
Did
what
you
that's
ever
about.
watch You? It's excellent. It's about a guy who accidentally he's accidentally a serial killer. He just keeps accidentally killing people. It's so good. It's
Like in
so,
a funny
so good.
way, or in a
I think it's hilarious. I think it's so funny.
Yeah.
But I understand that I have a dark, twisted way of looking at the world. So some people find it creepy. I think it's great.
Can you walk me through one of the killings that stands out that sums up the show in the way that he accidentally keeps killing people? Because that's a big reach. I understand the pitch of like, hey,
No,
it's a guy
okay,
who
it's
keeps
more-
accidentally killing people. But then, like, I feel like once you get to episode 3, you're like, how the fuck are we supposed to get another accidental death in this?
Yeah, so it's not accidental in like a whoopsie kind of way. It's very much, it just keeps happening.
Okay.
And he loses his cool too many times. And
okay.
Yeah, but he's not intentionally being a serial killer. You know,
He's just
is
a
kind of the
chronic
premise.
overreactor. Is that
He's
what
just
it
a
is?
chronic overreactor. He's had a bad childhood, obviously. I think it's excellent because it's like this serial killer story that goes from his point of view. And what it does really, really well is it shows how warped the mindset he has is, because the whole, like, everything he does, he still believes that he's the good guy.
Okay.
And that's just it's just done so well, because that is such a, like, I think it's such a trap of men sometimes. Like, you get these guys who think they're the good guy, and it's that whole like, oh, women are only into bad guys, I'm being the good guy, and therefore she should do everything, she should love me and want me and all that sort of thing. So it's that kind of thing that they really dissect, and I think it's excellent.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's I remember watching an interview with a former head of the CIA, and he was like, just so you know, everyone thinks they're the good guy.
Mm-hmm.
At no point are ISIS like, ha ha ha, we're Skeletor. They're just like, nope, we're heroes. We're doing it. We're the fucking best. Send us more people to throw off this tower.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, that's what's going on all the time. Like, anti-vaxxers, they think they're the good guys.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and pro-lifers, they think they're the good guys. They really fully believe it. They're just ignorant.
Yeah, I mean, the CIA is exactly as fucking guilty of it as anyone. Boom.
Mhm.
Yeah, are we the baddies? They never have that
We're
moment. They never
all
have
the
that
bad
moment.
guys.
It's that like it's the protagonist, and I wonder sometimes if it was as prevalent before mass entertainment, because like you know how like so most people sort of walk around and they're like, oh, I'm the protagonist. It's my
Yeah.
story, and we're going around, and I don't have bad intentions, so I'm the good guy. And even though the world seems to be against me, I'm right. I'm going to stick to my guns. I wonder if that was as prevalent when it was just books. You know?
I wonder. I think it must have been, and I wonder if that is why the novel took off in the way that it did.
Mm.
Because before the novel, like there was so much literature before the novel.
Yeah.
You know, the novel was a thing of its own, but in terms of, if you look at the span of literature across time and everything that we kind of digest and everything, the novel and then film just in their own right, like they just took off
Yeah.
when they came to be a thing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we can say that series now have taken off, serial episodes of shows, but
even that
they've
was
also
already
had a much longer lifespan.
Yeah, and there was already like serialized articles of like often novels were released as serialized articles or serialized radio shows. So that's not new. That's just taking the
that's not
same
a
idea
new
and putting
thing
it
at
into a
all.
new form. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it must be, there is like an intrinsic, stories before the novel were often kind of moral fable-esque, you know, whereas the novel really took off because it was like a experiential. And I think that maybe that sort of wanting to relate thing and seeing a protagonist and being able to picture yourself as a protagonist, I feel like that must be something intrinsic.
Yeah.
So when these things came about, they took off. But I would wonder what that might have been like before the novel.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing where I wish we had the Futurama like Hall of Heads, where you could just keep someone's head alive from wherever, whatever
Mhm.
time, and just be like, what was it? How did you guys relate to the world?
Yeah.
That was, what hero did you see yourself as? Because I just 2 days ago read this great comic that came out like this week of it's like a Spider-Man comic, but it was about J. Jonah Jameson, who's the head of the
Okay.
Bugle, and he's the famous "Bring me pictures of Spider-Man." He's that guy,
Okay.
and he hates Spider-Man, hates him to the point where he created a supervillain called Scorpion to fight Spider-Man.
Right.
And the whole book just follows Jameson going down the hole of losing his mind on this one singular. He's just convinced that Spider-Man is the reason everything in his life has gone wrong. No matter how many times Spider-Man saves his life, no matter how many times Spider-Man saves the son's life, it's just in his head. And eventually, like, the cops come and get him for creating Scorpion, and he goes to jail, and he spends his whole life in jail for creating a supervillain. And even while he's in prison, he's like, Spider-Man did this to me, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting sort of new, different angle on obsession and like obsession, not just with who you think wronged you, but your correctness.
Yeah.
Even after 40 years in jail, he's still like, no one will listen to me. This is Spider-Man did this. And it's like, I don't think he did, man.
Yeah. No, I think you're dead right. I think self-obsession is a big part of human nature when it goes a little tiny bit wrong. Not that I mean, everybody is self-obsessed. Everybody is. You can't not be because you are living in your own mind. But yeah, when it goes a bit extreme, I mean, to use the prime example, Hitler's entire endeavor was that the Jews had wronged him. Like, you boil it down to something as simple as that, and you see how it has spiraled into what it became.
Yeah.
How did we go from arguing about the way that Nokia is pronounced.
I think we were just
too.
talking about how people are wrong often.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You can
There's
see how we
there's
made that jump.
that's what I love about the narcissist myth, and I'm always surprised that like I wasn't taught this part of it when I was in school, and they taught us it was that like they always go narcissism is love of self, but the narcissist myth, he doesn't fall in love with himself, he falls in love with his reflection, which is an idea of yourself. It's a two-dimensional version of your perfect self, and that's what he couldn't leave. It's not like he was sitting around with his thoughts his whole life being like, I'm a genius, I'm the fucking best. He just saw this idealized picture in perfect light off of a pond and went, that's what I am. No, I'm not. No, it's not. It's like that picture, Ceci n'est pas une pipe. This is not a pipe.
Okay.
And it's a painting that I can never remember the name of this artist, but this French artist, and it was just, this is not a pipe. And it was a picture of a pipe, and people went, but it is a pipe. He went, nope, it's a picture of a pipe.
Oh. Yeah, that's
and
fun.
That's so much of the self-obsession is like there's no, and you see it with them, is there's no urge to self-analyze. There's only urge to self-justify, because it's a belief in yourself as opposed to knowing yourself. And as soon as you pierce that belief in themselves, then they have nothing because they're so obsessed with it. And as soon as you go like, well, you're good at this, but you're bad at this, and maybe this was driven by something that you're not willing to face right now. And that's such an interesting, and to me, the core lesson from the narcissist tale. And I didn't think of it until like a few years ago, where it was like, it's not him. It's in no way him. It's a false representation that he's enamored with, and so he'd rather look at his false representation than be himself.
Yeah,
and that to me is the fucking moral of that story. And I never heard it in school, and that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same sort of thing that comes up with, and I fell in love with this, and I think I've mentioned this countless times, but I fell in love with it in university, was the whole thing of the double. And you know, it's that whole Dorian Gray versus his painting. You know, he'd rather be what he thinks people see him as than actually be human and live his life and age and all that sort of thing. And the same thing in kind of Frankenstein, Jekyll and Hyde, like all of them. It's the doubling of the self, like what you think you are versus what you really are, and then what you also interpret as like the good and bad traits of yourself versus what actually are potentially the good and bad traits of yourself.
But at the time, wasn't that a really popular philosophical way of thinking it? Like, I can't remember if it was like, I think it was Descartes, and he was talking about how basically we're two things, we're the mind and the body, and they're separate. And you're not really your body or your mind, and your body acts within it, which I guess, you know, there's some validity to that, but it was more about like almost like a Catholic separation of, you know, the purity and the high-mindedness of humanity, as opposed to the base animal instincts and needs that we have. And that's like, that's a lot of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde to me, is like his mind is this, you know, brilliant doctor, but his body is this fucking monster who's just violence. And I mean, I haven't heard the story. Is always sex involved at all in his misdeeds as the Beast?
No, he does attack and kill
a true
woman.
fuck beast.
He attacks and kills a woman, but I don't know. There's no sexual thing involved in it. But I mean, there's the whole idea that the story could also be kind of talking about repressed homosexuality as well, and kind of how you see your this is a story that's written in a time when homosexuality is illegal and it's deemed as completely immoral and repugnant, and you know, it's that kind of hatred of this part of yourself that you are told is so completely wrong. and it's again, it's that kind of separation of the mind and the body. So I think there is interpretations of it like that as well. What a time to arrive. Hi, Mr. Steve Mooney. Hope
What's up, Steve? Yeah, it's very interesting stuff, guys. Go check it out.
It is.
Yeah.
It is very, very interesting stuff. I love this sort of thing.
Yeah, it's super.
Yeah.
That's what I miss. That's what I miss most about being in my 20s. Is that was like, now when I hang out with my friends, it's great, but they're like retirement, kids, property prices, and then every now and then we'll go off on something silly. But it's like those are the things that are pressing in their minds right now. But when we were in our 20s, it was like, well, what is it? And there was a lot of that talk, and maybe it's because we were also smoking a lot more weed. But it was. I miss that because like I don't get to talk about that stuff. I guess because like I don't have kids and I'm not on the property market, so like I can still think like a 20-year-old. But I really miss that. Like I was watching 30 Rock last night, and there's this scene where Jack Donaghy is like recreating some college stuff that he missed. He's playing an acoustic guitar with Pete, who's showrunner, and at one point Jack looks at him and says the classic, I'm realizing that the world is bigger than what I've known line, which is, how do I know that the colors that I see are the same colors that you see? Like, what if my red is green for you, and things like that. And that's opening to philosophy thought 101. That's the first one that you have on your own every time. And it's super interesting. I remember watching it being like, I really wish we'd spent more time in that part of our brains, because like it's an interesting question that I don't know the answer to because I haven't studied enough physics to understand prisms and light and refraction and things like that. But it's like, it's just a good start to be like, well, how do I know what experience is and how that's dictated?
Don't get started on color. Every different type of scientist will define color differently. Yeah.
Yeah, like eugenicists describe it as a thing that you should be killed over.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Right?
It's wild.
And they're right. No, I'm sorry. What if the weed is also getting high off me? Oh, Chris has muted himself.
Oh, no. I muted myself because I didn't want to be associated with your race crimes.
Oh, speaking of race crimes.
Oh, I hear someone was singing my favorite song. Hey, guys, is the wind really bothersome? It's very windy where I am. Hello, everyone.
Not at all. Oh, let me see if I can guess where he is.
Chris, can you guess? You should be able to guess. I'm going to do the show from a spot that Chris has been to before. That didn't look like this at all.
Whoa, that's a lot of fans.
Chris, there's another. I'm in my old public drinking spot. That was so many failed bakeries, and now it's a little.
Yay!
So when I lived in London, I used to, after gigs, pubs close. Ashley, as you know. But in Canada, it's fun to drink with comedians. So what I would do is I would bring them. They'd be like, we want to drink. And they'd be like, nothing's open at this hour. And I'd be like, I know a spot. And they'd be like, where's that? And I would go, it is also actually a failed bakery. I would go, we'd get cans at the Nissa local over there that's open till 2. And then we'd sit and drink cider, smoke cigarettes right here. Outdoor drinking.
That's lovely.
Nice.
Chris went outdoor drinking with me and a man named Paul Meyerhog at least one time.
Yeah. Got very drunk.
It was right here. Yeah.
Oh, we did it once in Finsbury Park as well. I remember that.
Yeah, we did the baseball diamond because Joe Tripp went, oh, you should do the baseball diamond. And I will do the baseball diamond at some point. It was just I was running late from a gig and I wanted to jump on.
Simon says, "Oh, John looks so homeless."
I mean, yeah, it's true.
That's my thing, Hastings. Get off my yard.
May we just look different types of homeless. I look like I'm doing it because my dad cut me off, and you're doing it because you just want to be on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking a Jack Kerouac character.
Speaking of Jack Kerouac, I'm reading the lead roadie of the Grateful Dead's book right now.
Okay.
That guy, let me tell you, I've never thought of like every chapter he was like, there was an industrial drum filled with liquid LSD and I just sat in it. Like every story is like crazy. And then one guy, then he just like, but heroin is gross. It's the funniest thing for everything else. Hey boss. Good man, how are you? Good. I don't know, you know.
Window cleaner for your restaurant, man.
My what?
Window cleaner for your restaurant.
I don't own a restaurant. You're thinking of somebody else. Yeah, it's not me.
John's about to get mugged.
Same face. I don't
right
own a
on
restaurant.
UTS.
Right over there? Which restaurant? It's not my restaurant.
This feels like a prank.
You know, restaurant.
I don't own a restaurant.
Sorry.
It's all right, boss. You have a good night.
Apparently, you don't look homeless. You look like a fucking restaurateur.
I will Diamond Geyser. I will accept an apology. I literally. Are you homeless? Do you think I'm homeless? No, I think you're a restaurateur.
That was excellent.
Do you know how?
Convinced.
Do you know how white you have to be for someone who sees someone talking on their phone outside at 10:30 and they go, I think I was in this guy's restaurant today. I mean, I'm writing Chris, can you please send me an email to remind me to write a bit about how much privilege I have? What's the level of privilege where people see you sitting alone somewhere in the dark and they assume you own a small, successful business?
It's a lot of privilege.
Oh.
But also, you had to tell him you weren't that person how many times?
I mean, I did want to mention to that man that, we don't all look the same. I don't think that guy actually washes windows, Ashley.
Oh, was that a window washer?
No. I think that's someone who thinks. I think it's
just peeing on a building.
No, you never just get that vibe. It's a very specific type of London crazy, where you're just like, oh, you've survived here. Like this is. I'm just renting my existence in this city. You live for it. You know what I mean?
That was it. Did you guys
go ahead?
Did you guys watch the videos on that Twitter account that I sent you in the Discord?
No.
Side Talk NYC. It's all videos of people from New York, the type that you're talking about, where it's like, oh damn, I forgot that this type of American exists.
Oh, can we watch those, please, right now? Let's watch some vids, huh? A little
They're
vid
so
watch.
Fucking silly, man.
Have we mentioned we're only doing 90 tonight?
We haven't mentioned it, but
no, we haven't mentioned it.
have.
We figured we'd hit 90 and then just bounce.
I like warning people so they can plan their evenings.
Fair enough.
Well, Chris is looking for that.
Classic restaurateur.
Yeah, I am a restaurateur. Well, because Chris, I have to get my. Oh no, I finally forgot the name of the fucking restaurant supply company in Montreal, and it was always the same. Oh, what the fuck is it? Tanis? Is that right? Yeah, Tanis. Here's Ashley, you ready for a craziness? One of the biggest restaurant suppliers in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, is actually based in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, meaning a lot of the restaurants in Montreal, that food is sitting on a truck for 2 hours minimum before it arrives at the place.
It's a cool truck, though. It's not like it's a pickup truck with a bunch of pumpkins in the back.
No, Chris, no. So, I mean, I really like that inclusion. Does anyone else, like a true level of a pickup truck is, a couple of hay bales and just one pumpkin just rolling in the back?
Dude sitting in it, just legs dangling, because he's also going to that town.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Just a dog that's not really any particular species of dog. Just a dog with a real dog name.
A
like
purebred mongrel, yeah.
Yeah, goddamn right. Also, purebred mongrel, by the way, is my new side project from, what was it, Necessary Megabus? What was the band yesterday? Damn it!
Oh, God, I don't remember. I found out one of my favorite things that rich people are wasting their money on, which is dog DNA tests, to find out exactly what the breed is, and apparently not effective.
I can explain. I have so much.
As in, they're not right, or
yeah, they're not
what?
right. They're often not right.
I have so much a funnier thing. So that's a huge thing in LA. All of my friends who have dogs have had the dog's DNA done. And one of them, it was the best. One of them was like, we got the DNA done. We found a purebred lab that a guy's just giving away. And I looked at my friend when we were at this like COVID pool party. It was, I remember this specific, exactly actually, because this was also the first time in a year, in all of COVID, I had not in my head known that me and another person are about to turn and talk about how stupid someone is. One of my favorite things of like, I can't believe that's happened. Turn to my friend, what a fucking idiot. And they went and got the DNA done. I didn't like, and I just thought this is a yuppie because LA people are stupid. Yeah. And they got it done. They took it to a vet, and the vet was like, and they were like, so it's a lab. You need to give it a bunch of shots. And the vet, we found this out like way later. My friend called me and told me, he was like, it's not a lab. That is a pit bull mixed with a mastiff, and it's a puppy. And they were like, he told us that this thing was like 3 years old, and he's like, yeah, he would, to fool you into thinking that's a lab. He's like, that's about 6 weeks old. This dog is going to be huge. And they're like, how big? And he's like, look at the feet. He's like 100 and something pounds. They're like, what? And they like love. And apparently the dog is like great and lovely, but they thought they were getting like you know, a family's dog, a lovely, a Labrador. Yeah.
Oh, like puppy farming and dog breeding, like it's so corrupt. It is disgusting.
Ashley, that's why I'm old school. I feel you're old school. I feel Chris is old school. If you want a dog, you just have to live your life until you just get a dog. I go old school. You know what I mean? Yeah. How did you get a dog? An older man in your family left for some time and returned with a creature he has immediately loved more than anyone else who lives in his house.
I'm a big fan of driving around with my passenger window open, and if a dog jumps in, that's my dog.
Of course, that's my dog now. Or cat, or bird.
Yeah.
Two of our 3 dogs that we have at the moment, we specifically went out of our way to try and get dogs that weren't being puppy farmed, and we failed on both accounts. Because it's so lucrative. It is so lucrative. So with Dizzy, she ended up being 4 weeks younger than they told us she was. Wow. We didn't find that out for 6 years, because it's only after a length of time like that the problems start to break down in their bodies. So she was on adult food sooner than she was supposed to be, which has long-term damaging effects on her digestive system. 6 years down the line, she starts to get sick, and we're like, what's wrong with the dog? And the vet's like, she was younger than you were told she was. You were feeding her the wrong food. It is probably it has made her very sick. And then with
can you feed the baby food now? And just be like, whoopsie.
No, you can't undo it, unfortunately. But she's doing very well. She's 13 now, so she's fine. She doesn't have many teeth left.
Oh, that's good. I do like it when dogs and cats are missing teeth. And when I was briefly crashing with my Japanese friend, there was a cat that lived there that all bottom teeth were missing. So every once in a while, when the cat is just kind of like, you know how cats just stare in the middle distance and you're like, what are you thinking about? With this cat, you'd really know when it was really getting some thinking done, because the tongue just a little, they'll just fall. And you're like, yeah. You think you can kill all those birds, and you can't, because you do not go outside, but you want to. Oh, you don't know what a bird is, but you want to murder it, you murderous murderer.
Well, it's good that cat doesn't go outside, because this is what's waiting outside for things.
Oh, hey, yo, happy Thanksgiving, dickhead.
Yes.
We live back in Coney Island, yo. What are you thankful for this Thanksgiving? Beans, right? Jesus Christ, and Byron. Oh, Byron. Oh, Byron. It's a hard holidays.
Okay, first
Beans,
of all.
rice, Jesus Christ, and what?
Byron. That's what he thinks Biden's name is Byron. I've
Everyone
seen a
knows.
lot of videos of that guy. He thinks it's President Joe Byron.
Oh, I really wish it was President Joe Byron, because Joe Byron seems like a nice man from the 70s in a chocolate brown suit with a terrible comb over. Just calls everyone, "You're being all a bunch of pricks. I'll have you know, I haven't been disrespected this much since my mother-in-law lived with us during the nor'easter. God damn it." Yeah.
That's
So this is a talk show that an NYU student started and is blown the fuck up, where they just talk to people on the sidewalk. It's called Side Talk, and they only talk to people that are outside in New York, and it's fucking wild.
Okay.
That's so good.
Go back and let's watch that guy fucking do the worm again, because he's doing the
After
worm.
this-
Go ahead.
After this, I need to mention a Twitter stream that I joined earlier.
Oh.
It was
Ashley, are you quitting comedy again?
No, this has nothing to do with comedy.
Quitting comedy.
Has nothing to do with comedy. It came up and I was like, what the fuck is this? So I just joined into it for a few minutes to listen.
Oh.
Absolute insanity.
Did you say Twitch stream or Twitter stream?
Twitter stream. So you know how they've started these live Twitter radio show things?
Oh yeah, like they basically did kill Clubhouse. They've started their
Yeah.
own Clubhouse. Hilariously named.
It's so weird.
All right, Byron.
Hey, yo, happy Thanksgiving, dickhead. We live back in Coney Island, yo. What are you thankful for this Thanksgiving? Beans, right? Jesus Christ, and Byron. Who? Byron. Who? Byron. It's a hard hat holidays. Respectfully. What you gotta tell Joe Biden right now? Bring me to the White House, baby. Hey, yo, he's kissing the cop car.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. If I bring a turkey to dinner, just know that I'm menace.
Hey, yo, this time I'm gonna pull up to your mom's house on Thanksgiving, you heard?
Bing bong. We gonna get it right. We gonna get it right.
At Coney Island, that's what we do for Thanksgiving. Chopped cheese in Arizona, you heard?
Pete Davidson, fuck your life. Bing bong.
Hey, yo, Ken Pierce better stand down and slide over to Coney. What you gonna do when you see Joe Biden in the Oval Office? I'm gonna give him a big old kiss. Hey, yo! Hey, yo, I got stuffing for your mom. Yeah. I got stuffing for your sister. Yeah. I got stuffing for your grandmother. Who else? I got stuffing for everybody. Bing bong!
That's it.
I like those guys a lot. Let me say the
That's
following
so
things.
strange.
I really like that more amply sized gentlemen have all just agreed we're going Nike sweatsuit, and that is just the look. And I got to tell you, gentlemen, I applaud you, and I will be joining you in your ranks. What are we doing? Why are we all wearing? Why are we wearing denim like prisoners when I could be in an obnoxiously black yet somehow very bright tracksuit, sweatsuit? Pardon me, sweatsuit. Terry cloth is my preferred fabric.
Oh no.
What?
Yeah, they've got a character called Spider Cuz. He's Spider-Man, but he's got like a do-rag and he carries Hennessy everywhere. That guy goes off. That guy's got a lot of energy.
Here's the weird thing about Hennessy being such a drink associated is one that if you're in poorer neighborhoods, you see poured a lot. Is a very like top shelf alcohol. Like it's not the rot gut I was led to believe.
Well, the VS. That's the okay. So, quick cognac lesson. There's 3 levels. You got VS, very special, VSOP, very special old, something with a P, and XO, which is extra old. The VS is the one that's famous because it's the cheap one. It's like Johnny Walker Red. So it's like an old house that makes great cognac. This isn't their great cognac.
This is our, we got to pay the rent. So
yeah, this is quantity, not quality. Let's go get it. So that's the one that is very popular. And then VSOP is like that's a nice one. Their XO is fucking delicious. It's a very old house, but yeah, that's
it's from Roywood Jr. Special. But I completely agree with you stay away from friends of yours that drink dark liquor. You stay away from dark liquor. I just love that as a rule. It's like that is such good advice. I should say that to my brother.
What is classified as dark liquor?
Anything
you can't see through.
Yeah, rum. Or like not dark rum, Cavassier, pass the Cavassier. That song fucking goes. I'm gonna listen to that when we get off this. I'm gonna have a Busta Rhymes day, guys. I just decided right now.
Oh God, I gotta say this about Busta Rhymes. It really looked like he was gonna make more of a musical impact, and then Kanye. Like no one talks about the amount of rappers that are just like Kanye. Not only took over the rap game, he also took over the press talking about how fucking wacky rappers get, and that's just all Kanye now.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that the babies jumping in, Travis Scott, because a bunch of people died. You know, they're getting there. 6ix9ine snitching on everybody, going full.
It's not 2019. 6ix9ine's time is done. I've already seen all the documentaries made about that man. I'm done. Also,
Ashley, are you familiar with 6ix9ine?
No.
Caught grooming teenagers.
Bring it up.
And so turned snitched on everybody in a gang that he was pretending.
First
to
of
be
all, Christopher.
Yeah,
you have
I imagine
made
nobody did any jail time.
Oh no,
everyone did. Even he did a little bit.
First of all,
but
Chris,
not as much
if you
as
make
he
a
should
mistake,
have.
if you make a mistake about the story of Tekashi 6ix9ine one more time, I'm going to fly to Vancouver and kick you in the face.
All right,
It's so much worse. So he went to a trap house to film an Instagram. This is his side of the story, by the way.
Yeah.
An Instagram live, or an Instagram story. I can't remember, in like 2016.
Sorry, hold on. Macaroni Prince says, I just sent that side talk video into my family group chat. My brother replied, I got stuffing for your mom.
And my
mom said, what does that mean, Joe?
I mean, I got to tell you, the chat is a real fun. I also I can't drink it coming in from Steven CGR. I can't drink at the moment, and I don't often drink, but because I can't, as my Prozac casing, all I want is a Jack and Coke, buddy. I got to tell you, I was just at a gig with someone, and someone went to go put a cigarette and walk into what they thought was the outside, and someone went, actually, you can't smoke out there. And for the first time in about a month and a half, I wanted a cigarette so badly, just because the idea, someone was like, you can't smoke there. I wanted to be like, this fucking guy, let me just have a cigarette. Yeah. Oh, it's nothing worse. So
I just want to
Tekashi,
say, yes, Macaroni Prince, that text could have been from my mother. I get it. I get it completely.
What does that mean, Joe? I got stuffing for your mom.
I want him to be named President Joe Byron so badly. Can someone please do a mock-up of Joe Biden with very bad dyed brown hair in a chocolate brown suit? That's what I want. President, and he's just wants to talk about wood. Doesn't understand when people put milk in his coffee. Anyway, so Tekashi 6ix9ine is blowing up by basically what he's doing is he figured out how to use social media better than all the rappers that were being discovered off of SoundCloud. So he pretended he was a SoundCloud rapper, even though he wasn't. He just made a bunch of Instagram videos that made it seem like he's a really badass rapper. And he was, Chris, you know more about hip hop, not that good at him. He's not that good of a musician. His rhymes are
absolutely terrible. Just got inside the heads of 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
So they made him famous.
And by the way, this is where I am with my hip hop knowledge, actually. I really enjoyed one of his songs before all of this came out. I was like, ooh, you're dancing with a lot of Men in the Bloods. I like this. Anyway, so went to a trap house. There was a young girl there that was assaulted. He was arrested with everyone, lied about his age to get a different plea agreement, claimed always that he was 17 when he was actually 18, but because he is from a very poor area, there's not a lot of paperwork. So they basically went, fine. Then he got into a big beef over profits with the other people that actually produced and made his music. And he refused to pay them because he had everything in his name. And they then revealed all of that. And he almost got kicked off the internet, but then he immediately went and aligned himself with the Trey Bloods.
Yes.
And the Bloods then went and intimidated the New York hip hop community, and they stopped talking about that story. And then they all got arrested because Tekashi 6ix9ine was having them rob other rappers. They showed up at a music, a record label, and just stood in the lobby and went, "Yo, you an artist at this label?" And they waited for someone to be like, "Yeah, man, I'm Dookie Shoes. I don't fucking know." And then they beat him up, took his necklace, and ran away. And then also we're just being a street gang. And the NYPD was like, "Well, they're putting this online. I think we can find them." And then Tekashi 6ix9ine just stopped paying those guys, and then they robbed him as a lesson.
Yeah, there's a video of him getting jumped at the airport. It's pretty wild.
Oh, that was well before all of this. The one you want to watch is the video of him being robbed at gunpoint in the back of an SUV with what he thinks are his friends. And then he turned state's evidence on them. That guy is Like, and then when he was turning state's evidence, his father, who he's never met, showed up, who is like the most homeless man who just got given a shower by TMZ looking guy I've ever seen. Like, he kept being like, I'm here to support my son. And it's very clear he's not 100% sure which one is his son. It's
Jesus.
Wild.
By the way, Ashley, hear that whole story and just picture this guy doing all those things.
That's the thing. This is the best. This is the best. That's Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh my God.
Musical boys of a generation.
I want you to. That guy has so many things tattooed on his face, and
Yeah. Why does he love that creepy clown game thing so much? He has a
Chris is
necklace
Tekashi
and a
6ix9ine's dad.
That is, yeah, he's a straight loser. The face of snitching now. The face of snitching.
Very odd.
Oh, I saw Earl's comment. Is anyone following the Ghislaine Maxwell?
I'm kind
Trial?
of like, somebody will sum it up for me afterwards.
It sort of just started, so I don't think she's hit the. I think they're making opening arguments and stuff because I think it just started yesterday. That it's
Yeah, but
'Cause
she's
it's-
now being discussed as a child sex abuse victim herself. So, I mean, we all saw that coming.
Oh, is that their strategy?
Obviously, they're going to make her into a victim.
I mean, it's not.
He's
going
not
to-
alive anymore. There's no way to disprove that he has abused her in some way.
I mean, I'm sure he did something monstrous, but
He
she
must
also
have.
like
Yeah, but
like every victim that's come forward, their story starts with "I met Ghislaine Maxwell," and then later life became hell.
but she's not going to do any time for it. They're going to turn her into the biggest victim of the whole thing.
Oh, I wholeheartedly disagree. I think that they're just going to they're going to try and keep this out of the papers. They're going to throw her in jail and just be like, "Please talk to no one. Goodbye." Because
apparently the pilots come forward, naming names.
Of the Lolita Express, oh, this is going to be
The Lolita Express.
That's what it was called.
10:30. Epstein's pilot named Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Prince Andrew, Kevin Spacey, and others at Ghislaine Maxwell's trial.
Oh, 10:30 JH. I got to tell you, that is. I mean,
I hope this one's not true. I love me some Chris Tucker.
Oh,
I still think they're going to turn her into a big old victim.
I 100% agree with you that they're going to try that, Ashley. You're 100% right. Ashley, look at me. Ashley, look at me. Am I looking the right? No, I'm looking the wrong way.
No,
Ashley, look at me. Ashley, look at me.
I'm looking at you.
You're 100% right. Right. They're going to try
I
that.
know I'm right.
I don't think it's going to work, though. I don't think it's going to work.
Eh.
I got to tell you, I like that bit a lot. I like that
me
bit.
Too. Me too. It's visually very engaging. Podcast listeners, you don't know what you're missing.
Fuck the podcast listeners.
That's why it's so good. Here's what I've realized is that this show is not a comedy show. It's just incredibly, to borrow a phrase from Simon Munnery, we're doing incredibly bad art. We are putting out a podcast that is.
This is not a good show.
It is a
It's a great show.
That's right, but
Great show.
But
it's a poorly constructed show.
I would like you to try.
That's what I mean. It's not a well-made show.
No, yeah, it's.
Hold on, Macaroon Granola. If any of the three hosts is from Detroit, you should turn on CNN immediately. We are not from Detroit.
Why?
But now our interest is peaked.
Well, I know that there was a school shooting in Michigan, so I just want to know if that was what it is, or if this is Ghislaine Maxwell related. Stephen Hawking.
Allegedly Stephen Hawking as well.
I'm going to say it. I could see that. There's something about when you cheat on your wife and you can't move, speak, or breathe without a machine. Oh, fuck. I got to tell you.
And I really felt like they really made him into some sort of Renaissance painting with that movie they made about him with Eddie Redmayne.
Oh, did you?
Just like nobody's this pure.
I watched that movie on an airplane. I got to tell you, it was so clearly they were trying to be like one of the a world great thinker, and you watch it and you're like, Eddie Redmayne. First of all, it's got a bit of the Tropic Thunders to it because Eddie Redmayne's performance is a bit good, but you're also at a certain point being like, oh no, Eddie, you shouldn't do that with your face.
Yeah,
there's a bit of the.
Who had that bit? Who had the bit in stand up in the UK scene that was like, did an impression of Stephen Hawking, and the audience got uncomfortable. He's like, "Oh, I can't do it, but Eddie Redmayne gets a fucking Oscar." This is bullshit.
That's excellent.
I don't know. I still think that the greatest Stephen Hawking joke was Stephen Hawking. It was Will Franken, who I just consider just so fucking.
Such a waste.
It's such a waste.
Such a waste.
Like, it was a treat to see his hours. Like, it was just no one was competing with him. He was out in his own field. Ugh. Anyway, his bit about Stephen Hawking showing up to help a friend move, and they just didn't have the heart to tell him that he can't help, is one of the funniest bits. I am here, and he does the voice. All it is two guys talking, and he just does Stephen Hawking's voice and his voice, discussing how Stephen Hawking can't help him move. Oh,
that's great.
All I want to do.
Silly.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It's weird when it's an odd thing as you grow up. It's always that weird thing of you're like, I wonder which of these friends are going to be here in 10 years. Because it's that weird thing of 26 to 36. I lost some people in the way. You know what I'm saying? It's a funny one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The we have something here from Macaroni Prince. My name is Joe Byron, and I will bring the stuffing to your Thanksgiving dinner.
I like this. That's okay.
Brown around the ears.
I want you to know something. That is a very close. That's a very close photo to President Joe Byron. But President Joe Byron, he's dyeing that hair. That hair is a deep brown. Like, we're talking like. Do you know? Have any of you seen what Bob Hope looked like when he was doing Bob Hope and Young Comedian specials? Which, by the way, why haven't we watched one of these? It's Bob Hope and
when it was
Janine
him
Garofalo,
and Dana Gould, and
him and Dana Gould. It is like, it's so weird because it is the oldest man who made so much money by going and finding went to Vietnam, and all of his jokes were like, I mean, you could be here or back home with hippies, and they're bad. And there's like the most awkward, him sitting next to Janine Garofalo. Dana Gould has talked and shown about his interaction with Bob Hope.
I love that
So
story.
Bob Hope's hair towards the end, that's the Joe Byron hair of like white hair dyed brown, came out red, orange, rust. And those,
I'm looking at pictures of Bob Hope.
Oh yeah, and
What a
those.
monster.
Also, there's a certain vintage of old man suit. Like, my grandfather had sort of this of the lapels were it was weird. You know what I mean? Not almost the 70s wide lapels, but not quite that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so. I just saw. I mean, I'm looking through images of Bob Hope, and one of them just terrified me.
Yeah, there's a lot of really scary pictures of this man.
This is one of the scariest pictures of a person I've ever
Bring it up.
seen.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
Let me zoom in on it a little bit. There we go. There we go. Pow!
That's the exact same one I just saw.
No,
That's
Bob.
Fucking terrifying.
That is terrifying.
Why is
My God.
Is he holding a knife or a Sharpie?
Jesus Christ.
Can you please zoom in on the knife or Sharpie? I need to know if that's because if he's holding a Sharpie, that makes the image 1,000 times more
It's a
alarming.
Sharpie. It's a Sharpie.
It's
He's
a
got a
Sharpie.
spoon and a Sharpie.
What is he doing in that photo that would necessitate?
Maybe he was signing things as well. Maybe he's
He might have been
multitasking.
signing things.
Now I want you
This
all to
reminds
know-
me of that uncomfortable Don Rickles having dinner with people show.
Oh my God, that show.
Did he just watch him form and split?
Can someone let Mary Elaine know that we need old Bob Hope to be involved? Is he wearing someone
We
else's
just keep
eyes?
adding characters.
Yeah, this is what happens in a sequel.
I think I found a picture of the hair you're describing.
Go ahead. Yes, that's exactly the hair I'm describing.
That's
That's
exactly
exactly
the
what I
hair.
want.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I got to tell you, that's pretty close to the suit.
Bob Despair.
There's our raid message sorted for when we get to that part of the show.
Bob Hope, more like Bob Despair.
Yeah. Bob Despair. What an awful name. What's your name? I'm Bob Despair.
I feel
also,
like that is going to be somebody's stage name someday, though.
yeah, but they'll be shit. You know what I mean? No one who's good at comedy is named Bob Despair.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're doing like if you're doing a one-off, like an ACMS set as a very depressed Bob Hope, and you're called Bob Despair, I'll allow it. I'll watch the shit out of that.
I mean, Chris,
Golf club and everything.
Chris, I'm not going to go into too many details, but we right now can set that up. Like we can make that happen as we're speaking right now. I'm not going to say how we could. Oh my God. Bob. Okay. I'll play Bob Despair, but you both have to help me write the jokes of Bob Despair. Because actually, do you know what? Can we watch some Bob Hope? Bob Hope World War.
I'm looking for it right now.
Bob Hope World War II jokes are so good, and Bob Hope Vietnam, you're just like, oh, different war, Bobby, different war.
I did recognize him from a lot of different things, but I don't think I will have seen any of his stand-up.
Fun fact, there's a big rumor about Bob Hope because he was for a long time one of the largest landowners in either LA County or Southern California. And the rumor always was, because he worked so close with the USO, he knew that the Japanese internment camps were coming, so he bought all the Japanese people's farms when they were imprisoned by the American government. What a terrible yeah.
Jesus. Jesus.
Now, I need you all to know, I mean, unfortunately,
there's a whole hour. He released an hour. Like
how old is he?
In 64.
Okay, I mean, that's pretty good.
He did a whole hour. I didn't know that. I'm gonna watch the shit out of this.
Can you please send me that? Can we watch some of that now? Can we watch some?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a part where he's just talking it. Okay, I got it.
To watch it?
I think so.
Think it was 64. It's no one
cares.
So actually, do you
still has the fucking copyright on this? Jesus
Here's a weird
Christ.
thing. So actually, do you know who what Bob Hope was or who he was? Do you know what
I do vaguely, but I don't at the same time. Like I know the name.
So he was sort of like the Dane Cook for the Greatest Generation. Like he was the comedian of the people that fought in World War II and went to the front lines, was like the face of the USO, was all about like entertaining the troops.
Never enlisted, never fought.
Chris, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Not from America. He's an Englishman.
That's right. I knew that.
He's from London. He's not American.
Love it.
It's not real. That accent's not real. I think it probably eventually was, but
yeah. So he started out as like the household name comedian, but then he took this weird turn where he just became Hulk Hogan's theme song.
It's even better than that.
Just started showing up at USOs, and like all he did was, I only know him as rhyming slang for weed. Oh, dope, Bob Hope, nice.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro. Oh, I'm going to go smoke some Bob Despair after this. Yo!
Bob Despairowin. That's
No. It's even crazier than that.
I'll take
so he... Yeah, thank you, Chris. So, Ashley...
It wasn't good.
He was...
No, Chris, you need more.
Yeah.
That was funny.
No, I'm not even engaging with him over here now, because that was no.
Ashley, look at me. Look at me.
Wonderful
Look at
people.
You're right to do that.
People that have synchronized our laughs, and don't think that I don't appreciate it. Look at these homeless people of Burbank sitting there well-fed and well-paid. Jack Benny.
I removed them because they were being unfair to me. And so now it's the Bob Hope Show. What I like about it is John...
If Chris doesn't get to speak, or if we don't get to speak, Chris definitely doesn't get to speak.
It is now. I've got witnesses.
Don't mute me. You brought me back up.
The reason I'm here is because you see.
Thank you, Diamond. Thank you.
Follows yours
bully?
immediately.
Yeah,
Bullies?
I'm being bullied. I'm a victim. Okay, well, this is a conversation.
Pause it. Go back to Jack Benny in the crowd right now. You guys were all missing something that is wildly hilarious.
Because Chris was just pulling a Ghislaine Maxwell over here.
Yeah, right. I don't know what that means.
Playing the victim.
Yep, that's what she'll be known for.
Yep. Yeah. Ashley Manning, by the way, once Ringo Starr once cut in front of her in a queue, and so she always says, "There's Ringo Starr, that queue cutter," and we're always like, he was also the drummer in the Beatles. Yeah, but he's what he's known for now. The woman sat behind Jack Benny, like right behind him, that you can see most of her face with the big beehive haircut. She is shitting her pants with glee that's Jack Benny. You have to go back. Her face when it opens up, because everyone else is like, it's Jack Benny, and then there's that moment, and it is she. Okay, so let's hit it.
Thank you for your past loyalty over the many, many years. And by the way, I don't want to forget these wonderful people in the audience here.
Here we go. We're cutting to it.
Also, by the way, has an audience ever looked more filled with fear?
Look at these homeless people of Burbank sitting there, well-fed,
Homeless people.
well-paid. Jack Benny.
Did you see her face when they? Look, she can't stop looking at Jack Benny.
It feels like she doesn't even know she's on camera, but it felt like she was tilting her head to make sure she was in the shot.
Yeah, I can't tell if she knows she's on camera. I think she's just like, "Holy shit, Jack Benny! Holy shit, Jack Benny!"
The guy behind is like, "I hate Jack Benny."
Yeah, I'm more of a Red Skelton guy. God damn it!
They're all dressed so well. When was the last time you saw a studio audience dressed that well? Adele's concert. That's it. No one else. Which, by the way, I was reading a Celebrity Blind about that the other day, and they said that you could tell a lot of people found out where they were within their agency by whether or not they got an invite to that show and where they were seated during it. That was a lot of in-house drama in Hollywood in the run-up to that show.
I knew that there was something like that happening because a friend of mine was almost the opening act for it.
Whoa, private chat.
It's the same guy it's been the whole time. The person that I put in the private chat like 3 times. It's Frank Castillo. I would give all of my savings to watch Frank Castillo warm up that crowd of celebrities. You guys haven't seen Frank's act. First of all, there's some good references to weed, but it's just a lot of jokes about his wife. And it would just be so funny, that stoned cool dude just like, yo, bros. Just talking about his crazy dad. Oh, it'd be brilliant. Do you guys care about Adele?
I don't know if care is the right word.
Great question.
She's Lady Coldplay.
Yeah, I just kind of go like, that's not for me.
I
You are correct, Chris.
How?
I got a story about that guy that I won't share. That is one of the funniest things. I will tell you after the stream, and you both will be like, "Wow."
I'm quite enjoying the new album, to be completely honest. I think it's a nice vibe. But
it's good. She's crazy talented.
Yeah, this is the thing with Adele, where it's like, I get it. Like, it's one of those things where I'm like,
dedicated to her in any way.
That's the thing, is I don't get when people are like, I love it. I'm like, this isn't the like, but it's like they're not Kiss. Like, it's like that thing of like, Adele doesn't seem it has like a cultural community around it. Like, if you're walking to an Adele concert, there's not a bunch of people dressed like Adele, I assume. I mean, if that is true. I mean,
it's a friend of mine has a theory that everyone just shows up in their pajamas with a fucking bucket of ice cream and cries for an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's the other thing with Adele concerts, is it's got to be like, you're gonna be like, man, this next song's a banger. I remember when I wept on a megabus listening to "Rolling in the Deep."
Wouldn't it be the same for Barbra Streisand? Like, because Barbra Streisand just sang heartbreaker ballads.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this? Are you guys ready for this? Look at me. I want both of you to look at me. I don't like Barbra Streisand.
What? That's an outrage.
I'm a Bette Midler man. Bette Midler is much better. Bette Midler is more charming, more interesting, better performer.
Like Barbra Streisand.
Yes,
to like
it
Barbra
does. No,
I don't think we have to pit them against each other?
I mean,
they're women, Ashley.
Everyone be quiet. Oh, damn it. We missed it. Okay. That truck right there. Do you guys see this? Do you see this right here? What's going on?
Hold on. Make it big. There we
Okay.
go. Yeah.
This guy. Oh, it was so good. So there's like a bunch of pedestrians. The train just arrived. And this guy this is the third time he's doing it. And he keeps almost just hitting every pedestrian. Oh, look at that. There were so many people right there.
Are they standing or are they moving?
They're moving and he keeps trying to adjust the truck. He's like going back in his hutch now. In your hutch truck. There. Truck hutch.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did it from the public drinking spot. I like it out here. There was one guy who was yelling at me to buy some weed, which is why I started walking, because I was like, "Oh, I'm very muggable right now."
You can own a restaurant. You can afford my hashish.
Yeah. Oh my God. Someone remind me of that tomorrow. That I'm sat. I'm definitely going to embellish it, but the idea that you're sat just somewhere. Look at. Excuse me. Are you a restaurateur?
That's how poor people. That's how rich people dress now. Like they're poor.
I know, and also, ironically, I keep seeing homeless people in suits.
That's what gets given out for free now. These they can't sell them anymore.
Holy shit! Yeah, we got to get all these snappy dressers out of our neighborhood. How can you tell someone started smoking crack? Well, he showed up wearing a 3-piece Gucci and hasn't stopped talking about how he's itchy. Oh my God, there's a guy stacking shelves in Lidl right now, and he is doing a very quick, I don't care job, and I respect that. Ooh, I respect that more than you would. Like, I'd imagine being the manager of a Lidl. Like, I assume every morning you're just like, I don't want to be here, you don't want to be here, so let's not try once again. All right, I won't see you out there, I'll be out back. Like, that's what I feel like it must be.
I mean, you think that there's jobs where it's everywhere, man. When I worked at a Safeway, people took that shit serious and were mad at me when I didn't. They were like, one old guy just came up to me. He's like, "You should quit." And I was like, if I could afford to, I wouldn't have worked here in the first place.
I want you all to. I'm sure I've told this story on the stream before. Of the time that I was working at Anton and James in Montreal, a restaurant now closed, and we had my peer review. And they were like, "It doesn't seem like you want to work here." And I said, "I do not want to work here. I actively do not want to work here." And they went, "So are you quitting?" And I went, "No, I'm letting you know, though. I don't want to work here." And they were like, "Well, are you going to do a better job?" And I went, "Absolutely not. This is all you're getting from me." And then they went, "Was there anything else you want to say?" And I was like, "I'd like a raise. I know you gave a lot of other people a raise. I would like a raise." And then they were like, and then they said, "Well, you'll need more responsibility for that." And I went, "You can give me more responsibility, but this is the level at which I am working. This is you can be like, you do these other things." Then I'd be like, "Okay, well then if I'm doing those things, the original things are not being done. There's only certain tasks." And what was crazy is they were like, "All right, you're not getting the raise." And I was like, "Okay." And then they were like, I mean, and they're like, "Shouldn't you like quit?" And I was like, "No, I'm just gonna do this." And then and later I quit, and they were like, "Is this your 2 weeks?" And I went, "Absolutely not. I quit now." And they were like, "No, you have to give your 2 weeks." And I went, "Do you want me to come in tomorrow? Because I will." But and they were like, "Yeah, all right, fine." And I was like,
"If I was this bad before I quit, just imagine." Just close your eyes and picture me working here.
And by the way, I think that was the right thing to do, because one of the managers, who was a really good drummer, but always was like, "I need this job, I need it." He quit a few weeks after me, and has been a full-time musician ever since. Like, he went and worked cruise ships and did a bunch of stuff. And he's never said it, but I always think that he was just like, this asshole. If this asshole can be in a creative field, there's no way I can't be. And it just makes me very happy. But yeah, it was the most. Oh, I've never cared less in my life. I remember one time he was like, "If you steal one more sandwich, you're fired." And I went, "I'm going to keep stealing one sandwich a day. Do you want to fire me now or tomorrow when I steal the sandwich?" And he was like, "I'm taking it out of your tips." And I went, "You're legally not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
What would you like to do now?" And he was like, "All right." Oh, I remember that. He threatened me with the tip. I remember he threatened us because I kept stealing food openly. I would just be like, "I'm taking that." And he would be like, you have to pay for it. I went, "No, I don't. I work here. That's staff discount." And he was like, there is no staff discount. I went, yes, there is. I've stolen it. It's mine. That's the
Five-finger
discount. And then he said, I'm going to take your tips. And I went, that's illegal. If you ever say that again, I'm calling the owner of the restaurant and you're going to be in huge shit. And he's like, do it right now. Do it right now. And I went, and then the owner came in later. It was full. And I went, Johnny is saying he's going to take our tips. Let him know that that's illegal, or I'll call the Better Business Bureau, which I just made up in my head. And then they had like a long meeting, and I was apologized to.
Nice, nice.
Another time, the air conditioning broke in the restaurant, and it was 50 degrees inside, but they kept open because they were obsessed with money. And I got heat stroke inside, and Johnny, my manager, went mad and thought I'd stolen a liter bottle of balsamic vinegar, and said to me, "You're a thief."
Cools you down more.
He called me a thief, and I was so hot and angry. I said, "Don't call me a thief." And he went, "Well, you're a thief." And I went, "Do you want to step outside and call me a thief?" And he went, "Yeah, I do." And we walked outside, and I was prepared to beat the shit out of a rotund Greek man. When one of the owners, Johnny, showed up in his BMW with his wraparound Oakleys and went, what are you guys doing? And I said, I'm about to beat the fuck out of your manager for calling me a thief. And then I'm going to go inside and finish making a latte. And then he was like, what? And then he walked inside, felt the heat of the restaurant, was like, why is this open? And we were like, your brother made us stay open. He's like, that's illegal. And then shut down. And then I was just sent home for the rest of the week and paid, because I'm pretty sure they were like, oh, if that guy can tell I was a lawyer, he's going to own the restaurant.
No.
John, I'm gonna start coming to you anytime I have work difficulties.
Yeah,
because that is excellent. Because I just get walked all the fuck over in every job.
You have to 100% be willing for them to go, get the fuck out right now. You get out, you're fired. You have to be and go, all right. And here's the problem. The economy is not in a place where anyone can be doing that anymore. But
I've literally done that. And I just quit and don't get a reference.
Yeah, who cares?
And now I'm scrambling for a fucking reference.
You work for UTS Productions. You can have them reach out to our managing director Chris Betts. And of course, I was CEO, but I've actually transitioned to CTO. I'm Chief Technology Officer.
Good.
Yeah. I hope you guys aren't enjoying watching or listening to the stream, because now that I'm in charge, that ceases.
You know what's the thing that really has pissed me off so much, that has happened repeatedly in jobs, is getting told that I have an attitude problem. Like a stroppy teenage girl. It is.
The other trick to any of those things is
Ashley.
The trick to all of that.
That has been said to me as well, Christopher.
The trick to all of that,
it makes me see red.
Actually, here's what you do: is when someone says that to you, is you just say yes. Because then what are they supposed to do then? Do you know what I mean? If they're saying that because they're assuming you don't know, by you just going, I do have a tongue, then what are they going to do? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference. But I'm not able to do this in comedy. I'm not able to do it in any aspect of my life where I have any type of attachment. I can't do. You have to be in a situation where you truly, if they go, like, if someone walked in and goes, gun to your head, leave this job, and I'd be like, you did not need to bring a gun to my head. You literally could have called and just been like, you should leave, and I'd be like, you are right.
I agree. Thank you for
like, it's one of those things where it's like, there's a bunch of different areas where I am very much a soft touch. If I do not care, see you in hell. See you in hell.
This is the kind of vibe that we're talking about here, Ashley. This is
We're here with John Gotti. Fuck is you talking about?
If you won the lottery, what's the first thing you would buy?
A Subaru Outback, so I can have mad strippers that give shape ups in the back.
What are you going to be for Halloween?
Ellen DeGeneres.
If you could go to one place in Italy, where would it be?
Pause.
This is a lot of information very quickly.
I need to know what a shape up is immediately.
Got to be hand jobs, right?
No, I don't think that's it. I think it's something involving
What was
the
the
breast.
context? What did he say? Yeah, I think it's like.
We'll go back to the start.
Yeah.
Good call.
Who am I here with?
We're here with John Gotti. Fuck is you talking about?
If you won the lottery, what's the first thing you would buy?
A Subaru Outback, so I can have mad strippers that give shape ups in the back.
What are you going to?
See, this is why I think mad shape ups is it's like a bunch of but we can just Google it. Someone Google shape up.
I'm on Urban Dictionary right now.
No, I don't trust Urban Dictionary. Now that everyone's putting their name in, I'm going to say it, guys.
Okay, we just got a load of subs. Thank you so much. That looks like somebody's
Oh.
gifted subs.
Oh damn! Thank you so much, mysterious gifter. I'm heading over to the channel now. Who
Yeah.
did that? Who did this?
Who did it?
Who did this?
Time travel agent, thank you so much for the gifted
Oh,
subs. That's so nice.
Time travel,
Travel
agent.
agent.
We love you. Thank you so much.
That's
Oh,
amazing. Thank you.
I always said to myself, I hope I'm nice to one person during high school, so later they will send some gifted subs to my Twitch stream. And everyone said, John, none of those words make any sense. It's 2002. And I went, I'll be proven right one day. And look, here I am now, 19 years later, in my glory, friends.
Okay, I
Do you know
think
what
it's a
hasn't happened?
haircut.
It's a oh.
So he gets haircuts and lap dances in the back of his Subaru Outback.
That's fascinating behavior.
I mean, there is, by the way, nothing funnier to me.
Is the car moving? How do you get a haircut while a car is moving? That seems dodgy.
And getting a lap dance. There's a lot going on in the back of this Subaru.
But they seem to really care about their image, so that's counterintuitive.
I mean, I can't believe I'm about to say this to two adults, but everyone knows you get the haircut when you're at a red light or stop sign, and you get the lap dance while you're driving. Do
That's
I have to
smart.
explain to you how everything works, guys? Hang on.
That's smart.
I sound like an anthropologist. I'm pretty sure I always sound like an anthropologist.
Oh, it's also a blowjob. First entry on page 2.
There we
Thank
go.
you.
That
Thank
makes
you, Meatballs.
so
It's
much
also
more
a
sense.
blowjob.
I don't like that.
I prefer haircut.
I don't like that because the confusion there could lead to one person thinking they're going to get a suck off, and the other person just holding some scissors.
Oh, John's gone. His phone just cut
John
out.
is
Guaranteed
gone.
his thumb hit leave. Thank God he
Yeah.
didn't hit end broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, while he's gone.
Gonna be for Halloween.
Ellen DeGeneres.
If you could go to one place in Italy, where would it be?
Domino's. Matter of fact, I need cannolis. Back out the cannolis, no lie. Cannolis is me.
Did you hear that?
Domino's.
If you could go to one place in Italy, where would you go? Domino's.
I mean, I want you to both look at me. Both of you look at me. Both of you look at me. Wouldn't you go to Domino's?
I've been to Italy. I just didn't see one.
I mean, you wouldn't, right? Like, I assume
No.
Italy's the type of place. If they opened a pizza in Rome's, they would burn it to the ground. Also, I don't know why I called it Rome's.
You called it Rome's.
Apostrophe S.
Yeah.
Back out the cannolis, no lie. Cannolis is mandatory.
I want to be a part of it.
This is
New
this is the guy you
York,
just ran into.
New York.
This guy thinks he's
Like
Robert
Kevin,
De
I'm-
Niro.
Oh, I like
to let you know, I'm very disappointed in you. You violated grown man rule number 356. I don't see a beverage in sight. That's true.
Kelly, talk your shit.
Yo, suck my dick, and then suck my dick.
We got Bill Gates at the festival. He don't want to talk though. That's him though. What y'all do right now? You see somebody eating a glizzy.
Hey, yo!
I'm very disappointed in you, bro. You eating a glizzy. That's a violation, number one. Number two, you're in violation because you got no beverage. That's even worse.
New
I hate. There's one part of New York. There's a bunch of things about New York I don't find charming that everyone else does, and one of them is their weird food rules. Like they love you got to get a drink, and I was like, I don't have to do anything. Man in his 40s who lives with his parents, like, don't stop acting like this is a paradise. You all live in closets.
That does
chaos,
those
though.
videos do kind of bring me back to the Twitter space thing that I
That's
joined.
right. Yes.
I can't believe we
So-
loop back around. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream. Somehow we're professional.
We'll get
Somehow.
there.
Well, basically, the vibe was very similar. So it's like the new Twitter thing where you press the middle button thing and it brings up Twitter Spaces.
Oh, I didn't know anything about this.
It shows you like things that are happening now, and you can basically join any room where just random people are on a call together, and they can invite in whoever.
Weird.
So I accidentally opened it earlier. I just hit the wrong thing. But the thing that came up was like this is why we don't trust women, #support group Twitter. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
here we go.
Oh no!
I
The
don't know
girl
how I
found their
got here.
treehouse. The girl found their treehouse. Pull up the rope ladder quickly.
I was like, I accidentally ended up here, but I'm here now. So I
like-
joined this space, and there's about 5 men's profiles talking and 2 women's. And one of the women didn't speak, but one of them was fully having an argument with a man over the fact that he kept asking her to send him nudes, and she wouldn't do it like live on the internet.
Hang on.
Like during the talk in the spaces, he's like, also DM me nudes.
DM me nudes, DM me nudes, and we can talk. And like everything
that-
she says is just getting shut down with like, it's just getting shut down with like, this is a man's space. You got to respect. Like it was so wild.
Excellent point from Steve. You went in incognito as a man comedian.
I did.
And they were like,
I did indeed.
Finally.
I also, I think it was very American, and it was just so, there was a lot happening, but he was basically like, and don't send me titty pictures. I want to see your ass. And he said he had a word for vagina, but I don't remember what it was.
Growler,
And-
box.
No, it wasn't either of
Axe
those.
wound.
Oh,
It was-
Axe Wound is an absolute monster. Yeah.
But it was so wild how much they were talking down to this woman.
I mean,
it was a man's space.
Yeah, like
It
I
was
can't.
a man's
I don't.
Gotta
I mean,
respect.
Like
Gotta
actually,
respect.
I don't want to be rude, but I'm like, okay. What did you think was going to be happening in the Twitter stream space where men go to be anonymous? Like, of course.
They
What
weren't
I
even
want to know is,
anonymous. You could see their profiles. Like,
what
These
is
guys
what I-
are dumb.
Here's what I want to know is
discuss killing
why
people
were-
over Facebook.
why were these 2 women there? Like, that's what I want to know.
Same
I
reason
don't
as Ashley
know.
Crowley.
I think one of them might have been like friends or something, but I think one of them was just random and had joined in. Because that's what with the Twitter spaces, you could just be like, follow the host and request to join, and they'll be like, oh, we'll give this person a chance and see what they're gonna say, and it's like really odd.
Utterly
brightest
fascinating. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even say that they had minds. I would say that they're just
It
men.
was so odd. I'm
You
gonna
say it
see
was-
what else I can find now.
Okay, see what else you can find. Also, I'm going to say, can we maybe wrap this up, because it's not, and I can't believe I'm going to say this as someone on the internet. It's raining, and so I've been just having to hide in doorways when I feel my phone's getting too wet, and then just wait for it to dry off.
Yeah, we're hitting 90 minutes basically on the dot. So
And I
perfect
did
timing.
request an early finish because my uterus hurts, and
I've never respected a DM more in my life, madam.
oh my god, because I told John the other day, and I had said it to you as well, Chris, that it had arrived after that stream where my nipples were itchy.
Yes.
It didn't actually arrive, and it's
You were
been a
just
week.
bleeding.
It's been a week late, and I've never been late in my life.
Stress, right? Stress.
It was stress. It was 100% stress. But today, oh boy, the stress compounded,
So it's,
and there is a fire in my lower abdomen.
so you're still GSA, but you're not group sex. Ashley, you're geyser.
You really needed that
Finish it.
to
Finish the
come
thought.
really. Yeah.
Uterus, but with a silent S. Ashley. There we go.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. 100%. Oh, my hair is so fluffy.
It's good hair. Everyone has great hair days. That's because Chris and I are wearing hats.
It's very freshly washed, and it's just been very fluffy for the whole show, and I can't. Who are we rating?
This is actually short for hair. Not a lot of people know that.
Oh, fuck yourself. Chris, who would you like to raid? Ashley, who would you like to raid? I have no opinion.
I have Toasty Rope. Yeah, Mary Lane for sure.
Yeah. Oh,
what was Bob Hope, more like Bob Despair.
Yeah, and by the way,
Bob
then bracket,
Despair.
please include a character named Bob Despair in the new Informant script.
She'll ask.
Yes.
Yeah.
She will ask. Yeah.
Very good.
Do we have any quick plugs?
Guys, hey, thank you everyone who's joined our Patreon. If anyone else is thinking, hey, I've been watching this for almost a year and want to do something for the holidays for these guys, joining our Patreon really, really helps. Or you could buy my comedy albums or stream them anywhere. You can watch Ashley's clips, listen to Chris's podcast. All of that stuff helps us. You have one clip up, don't you? Or is that clip not public? All right, well, one day Ashley will have... All right, just go.
I probably won't. I'm not internet friendly.
I mean, who you are? You know where this show goes, right?
I do, but my parents don't watch it.
Okay, so it's not so much the internet isn't ready for you; it's that you don't want the internet to see you.
Yeah, you don't want.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
And that's a gross, mate. All right. Well.
All right.
And I also still have to have a real job. So.
I mean, why? I don't have a real job. Chris, do you have a real job?
I'm about to have 2 real jobs.
What are those?
Because I live in goddamn Canada, so I have to.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Although Chris's jobs are going to be ditch digger and grave digger. I fucked it up. Just let's rate. Let's go.
Here's an old lady talking about sex. We love you. Bye.
That's all. Penis into her vagina. And that's all. That's called sexual intercourse. Some people call it having sex. So the man passes the sperm to the woman, and now his sperm is in her. Maybe you're wondering if a mistake could be made when having sexual intercourse.